On to Middle Ground with JLE, L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, The JLE Experience. Only music and copyright. Don't mean nothing Facebook. Got another great guest for you this season 12. We have Ultimate Martial Arts Academy owner, Thomas Hamm. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Hey, you real life Bruce Leroy, man. I'm intrigued. He got a martial arts spot? Oh, for real? Last
Yeah.
Jack in real life. Gotta have this man on the show.
Yes,
Gotta
sir.
do this. So, first question: what led you to this path?
I started when I was 5. Back in the 90s, flipping off the couch and stuff like that. My parents were like, what do you want to do? Of course, I hit them with, I want to be a Power Ranger. Next thing
Okay.
you know, they're like, hey, if that's what you really want to do, let's go ahead and put you in karate. Pretty much never stopped since then.
Oh, yeah, the Power Rangers. Wow. Awesome. Okay. What is Ultimate Martial Arts Academy?
So Ultimate Martial Arts Academy is the name of our school. We've been open since 2014. It is a school. We specialize in kids martial arts. We do provide adult classes as well. We've been doing this for quite some time. We do competitive martial arts, but we also do traditional forms of martial arts as well. We're based in Tang Soo-do, which is a Korean form of martial art, which is very similar to very similar to Taekwondo, if you've ever heard of that.
Okay. Now, how different is your style from Bruce Lee when he was teaching back in the day?
Extremely different. Extremely different. So he came from Chinese martial arts, and then he founded his own style, which was Jeet Kune Do. It's entirely different. They had more of a soft way of doing martial arts, and he tried to find a harder way of executing it and made his own style. But we're like light years apart, light years.
Okay. So, what's something basic that when people come in that you have to teach them about what they're about to embark on this journey that they might not know?
Um, it's a lot of things that come with beginning that martial arts path. The first thing is something that we talk about, but most people don't understand it until they actually do it, and that's consistency. Most people come in and they expect to get overnight results, whether that's parents looking at their kids or whether that's adults who are coming in and thinking they're going to lose 10 pounds of fat overnight. And it's like that doesn't come that way. Anything that you see that's worth having usually took a whole lot of hard work, dedication, and time in order to achieve. Even if you're talking about somebody who's getting a liposuction, it probably took a whole lot of working at your job and saving up money to even be able to pay for you to take the quick route. So it's not, there's nothing that comes easy for anybody. And, that's the hardest thing to kind of get people to swallow when they first start with martial arts. The second thing is that not only will it not be easy, is that I'm not your friend and I'm not going to be nice to you. I want to see you better more than I want to be your friend at the end of the day.
Okay, because you're a cool guy. You being a tough sensei, so you kind of, that's interesting.
I want you to be appreciative for what you get out of it, not how nice I am to you.
Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to deal with somebody?
A few times. A few times. I would say that the best benefit to martial arts, the confidence you get dealing with, a physical altercation or the potential for a physical altercation, because you don't feel the need to defend yourself for most people because you know that there's a separation in your capacity to defend yourself. So, sometimes people get scared and start swinging. You can stay calmer for longer and possibly lead to a diffusion of the situation instead of getting, escalated in your tone of voice, your posture and stuff like that, which then causes them to escalate their tone of voice and their posture.
Okay. Now, what did your friends think when you opened this amazing spot?
Oh man, so it was a mix between it's the coolest thing ever and you stupid.
You stupid.
Yeah, how you gonna make money doing karate? Is that supposed to be the main thing, or I had some people that's like, you've been doing this your whole life. I think this is gonna be an excellent decision for you, but there was definitely, a
Wow.
huge gap as far as the reception that I received from people around me.
So you didn't get no Last Dragon joke.
Oh, I got that before I even got there.
Okay,
So,
you about to say,
you know, Bruce Leroy was my name coming up in school.
I'm about to say, like, wait a minute,
Yeah, yeah.
you real light.
Listen, I had grew my hair out a little bit. They were like, show off.
Ah,
Like, oh man, like chill out.
nice. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
I know that's the first thing. Like, wait a minute. At the dealership, like you got for real a martial arts spot.
Yeah, nobody believes it until they come up there. They're like, he doesn't really have a karate school. Do you partner on it? Do you just work there? And I was like, nah. You know, the dealership is my part-time job. This is my main job.
Like, wow. I mean, I instantly like, man, you know, Bruce Leroy, you gotta have this man on the show. Martial arts, like, I don't know nobody doing martial arts. My nephew did it in Georgia for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to go visit, went to one of his things. It's pretty cool stuff they were doing. He was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that teach kids discipline and that confidence.
Absolutely. I think every kid needs it. Every kid needs to, get into some sport that's going to build them up, not just, mentally and emotionally, but physically as well. It kind of puts a lot of kids in different headspaces when they can feel more confident about themselves, what they're capable of, what they're not capable of. Most kids just don't even know. It's like you knew whether or not in school you were the fastest kid or the slowest kid because everybody at least went outside and ran. So you knew whether or not you needed to put in work or if you were the fastest kid on the field. Nowadays, kids have no clue if they can run without tripping. So
Wow.
when you really think about it, this is why, like when they talk about like gun violence, it's so high. It's like I don't want to get into a fight. I've never been in a fight. I don't even know what a fight is like. I get scared. The next thing you know, it's like I'm gonna either run away and be shamed for it, or I'm gonna go get a gun and do something stupid. They don't really see that there's an alternative there. They don't even think I could just be confident through the situation and diffuse it. Like there's other weapons available to me than just punching, kicking, or even shooting if I'm too scared. So
That's interesting because I graduated in '96.
mhm.
By then, everybody stopped trying to be the thug, trying to shoot up the school.
Mhm.
Everybody smoking weed.
Yeah.
But getting to that senior year, you saw being in the hallway of Cooley. Hey man, we need to go because old boy said he about to light this boy up in another hour. Like,
Mhm.
man, it's only second hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
come on, man. All right, let's go.
you never heard the school bully say that though. The school
Oh,
bully
you
who
had
would run.
two bullies at Cooley.
Like just think about the one kid who you knew would, beat you up, or the one kid who was kind of mushing kids around and stuff like that. You
Middle
never,
school, you definitely saw that.
yeah. You just think about the school bullies not talking about pulling up with a gun.
No.
The football team, the kids on the football team aren't talking about pulling up with a gun. They're confident in themselves. The
Yeah.
basketball players aren't talking about pulling up with a gun. It's the kids who have zero confidence in themselves, have zero physical ability, and usually are scared who they feel like they have to do that. And it's like, there's a direct correlation between the two.
Yeah, a lot of them were in the street life,
Mm-hmm.
gangs or whatever. So yeah, they definitely were the ones that was trying to shoot or 5 people run up in the classroom to jump on somebody. Be
Mm-hmm.
part of sports.
Even that, like the jumping people, it's like you get scared they're gonna jump me because it's 5 of them. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, they're scared, so they did some sort of scary activity instead of just running up. The kid who had a problem with you just comes to you himself. He goes and gets 5 friends, you know. And because the next kid he's jumping doesn't have the ability to defend himself against 1, 2, or 3 people, he's scared of 5 people, and so now he has to get an equalizer. And if he doesn't have 5 friends, he's gonna go,
Hmm.
borrow mom's, Smith and Wesson.
Yeah. So I know back then when cats was trying to recruit me, I'm like, dude, I'm a nerd and I love women. Ain't none in prison, bro. What you say, little man? Because I was short and fat back then. So I'm like, yeah, I can. In this class, you see all these beautiful women. I can talk to them all day. Prison, I'm talking to guards all day and looking
But
at
I'm
dick.
good.
I'm cool on that, bro.
I feel it.
You ain't gonna tell me when I can move, when I can't move. I can walk around this class all day, talk to girls until it's time to go home. What
Yeah.
you doing? You got too many liabilities you got to deal with.
Yeah.
I'm cool, bro. Oh, you stupid. Then some would get out if they made it out safely and realize your ideas sound better. Yeah, because there's number females in this class. What you doing at 2 in the morning? You looking at dudes even doing that bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
What fuck?
It don't make sense till it don't make sense to them. You know, sometimes people have to bump their head before they get a little warm, rude awakening.
By seeing you in there, everybody wants to smoke weed and just chill out. Like, why ain't you a drug addict? That ain't the way.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna graduate? Oh, like, see, you playing games. Don't be a super senior. That was the term I used to call people. What's super senior, Jeff? You see them cats that's in 1995, they graduated what? That's a super senior. Nah, we need to get up out of here first go round.
Yeah.
Only come, don't, we got 6 months. Don't play no game. I don't care if you get a D average, C, whatever, as Malcolm said, any means necessary. We need to walk across that stage in June, July.
That you've been here a little while. I don't understand why you're here so long.
Because you're looking at it like, weren't you just a man 6 months ago? Everybody's knowing your name and you still here?
Yeah.
You like, you can go to war, man. You grown. You 18 now.
Mm-hmm. That don't make any sense.
What you doing here? You're just wasting time with your life. Like, nah, bro. It just made what I looked at stuff just a little too different. Like, nah, that don't make sense.
I feel it. I feel it.
Now, why did you pick Oak Park?
Honesty, first thing I did was I had my business in Detroit.
Okay.
And I wanted to put my business in Detroit in order to serve Detroit because that's where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, being in business, you have to focus on your demographics.
Yeah.
And demographics play a big role into it as far as who can afford to actually pay for martial arts and who can't afford to pay for martial arts. And so when you're in the middle of the hood and the average income around you is, $25,000, $30,000 a year, those moms don't have a lot of extra money left over to pay for, little Timmy to do martial arts class, and they're paying $100, $200 a month. And they got to pay for a uniform, or he wants to do a tournament, or they want to pay for some sparring gear. They're penny pinching, they're borrowing from grandma. And so a lot of times, instead of you running a business, you kind of run a charity case. You're kind of running a nonprofit. You're not making any money. You're just doing this to serve the community. And it's like, I can do that at the same time. I can give away, reduced price classes to those kids who might need it, but I still need to be able to find a way to make some money out of this. So I got to go to where people have it. So I just kind of scooched outside of the city of Detroit. The money was definitely different. You had working class people, that were in Oak Park. If I could scooch again, I would scooch a little bit further out. I'd go to West Bloomfield if I could. Our lease is coming due soon, and that's definitely,
Okay.
in the works.
Devin, congrats. You've been around for 10 years, brother. That's dope.
Yeah, consistency is key. They say 99% of your success is just, staying in the game long enough to figure it out.
Yes, I've been doing this for 2 years or 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working on to start doing the sponsorship and those things to start getting it profitable.
Yes, sir.
Like, okay, God want me to do it. All right, sure. But this thing got to start hitting at some point, man.
Yeah, consistency is the main thing.
That's one thing that I always hear, see, or people remind me. Just keep doing the work. Your time coming when everything supposed to fall into place. Like, yeah, I get that, but why not right now? You know what I'm saying? I want to blow up like Biggie. What's up?
Yeah, sometimes, and I would say this too, for me being in business for as long as I've been in business, I didn't have the skill set, the knowledge, that I truly needed to have to be able to take on opportunities that were bigger than what was in front of me at that point in time.
Okay.
I didn't have savings. I didn't have any, skills dealing with money. I didn't know how to market myself. I didn't know how to hire people. I didn't know how to pay taxes. I didn't have a clue on how to do anything. And so it's like, if I had gotten an opportunity to be any bigger than what I was at that point in time, I probably would have crashed and burned. Sometimes God gives you little nuggets in the right order for you to build up as fast as you can build up. And then by the time you've gotten enough, what I always see entrepreneurs do is they kind of trajectory up a little bit at a time.
Okay.
And you see like the skill set changes and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, at some point in time, there's just like a huge jump that just comes out of nowhere, like YouTube channels, they'll just coast until they've kind of, gotten exactly what they need. And they'll jump from, a handful of subscribers to, boom, they're at 100,000 subscribers, and it'll happen over like a year. And it's like at that point in time, they just can handle all of the weight because they've kind of tapped into everything they need to tap into. It's kind of like you just got to be around long enough to, for the wick to hit the, hit the TNT.
Hey, I received that wisdom, Master Leroy.
Yes, sir.
For real, I appreciate that. I do be over here at times like, man, what's up? I'm nice out here, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no Cadillac, nothing like that, but I want a few pennies in my pocket,
Yes, sir.
The elbow room. I ain't greedy.
I feel it. I've been there. I understand.
Now, do you have the logo and stuff?
Yeah. So if anybody wants to check out our logo or our website, it's umaoakpark.com. Or you can just Google us at Ultimate Martial Arts. It's the only one in Oak Park, Michigan. There's 2 Oak Parks, so if you see Oak Park, Illinois, that's not us. It's Oak Park, Michigan. We're one of the ones with the highest Google star reviews and everything. So,
let me put this across the screen real quick. umaoakpark.com. I've got to ask you that because I had dozed off like a fool. Bam. Got that across the screen for you. umaoakpark.com.
all right.
I make sure you Don Perignon treatment, though I had overslept for a second. I'll never be perfect, but this is.
I hear it.
When I do get my building, I'm leaving the first class, flying them out, the whole shebang. Let's get it. Take my beat, the whole hookup.
Yes, sir. That's the
Get
way
to that
it
point.
we do our best. Let God handle the rest. That's it.
That's all you can do, man.
100%.
Especially with this shit, it's like everybody coming out with truth with everything. Like, ooh, okay.
Yeah,
And stop being in the shadows with it.
dropping bombs.
Like, okay, all right. We reached part of the show where you promote marketing with your show. Your company. Floor is yours.
Yeah, so for anybody out there, if you're looking for martial arts classes for yourself or for a loved one, kids, friends, family members, or anything like that, we are Ultimate Martial Arts Academy. We specialize in kids martial arts classes starting at age 5 and up. By putting your child in martial arts classes, you're going to help them build more focus, discipline, confidence, physical fitness. It's going to be probably the best investment you ever make in your child. If you're looking to get started, we actually have a special during the month of January for new students. We offer 4 weeks of classes plus a free t-shirt for $29. And your child can be able to come in during evening times from Monday through Thursday, enjoy classes with their age appropriate group, and start learning to build those listening skills that you're going to start noticing right off the bat. By them being in martial arts for a long period of time, you're going to see their grades go up, their listening skills go up. They're going to start doing what you ask them to the first time around. Their confidence is going to pick up. Their self-esteem is going to pick up. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, you can always feel free to you can see the website at the bottom of the screen. Look us up online, check out our website, fill out the information. I'll reach out to some of our staff. We have some great, awesome instructors, and they'd be more than happy to give everybody, a little bit of, one-on-one attention and kind of talk about what you're looking to gain from martial arts classes for you or for your loved ones.
Okay. Talk about writing a book?
No, I've heard some people talk about it. I just don't know if I'm at that stage yet where I feel like how you write the book has a lot to do with where you are in life. And I feel like once you hit maybe your personal pinnacles, it shapes the rest of the book and how you got there. I don't feel like personally I've hit some of my pinnacles yet where I can kind of write that from here to here because I don't feel like I'm here yet.
Okay.
So I feel like once I've kind of hit that, I feel like then I can really start, sharing some information with everyone as far as, if you were in my shoes or if you're in a similar situation, how you go from, here to here.
Well, in my book, you Jordan.
I wish.
In 10 years, that's impressive.
I wish,
For real. Some companies, they might be branding themselves to try again. That's some consistency for you.
I feel it, and that's the one thing about, being in business, you have your moments where you start off with no money And you realize that's the worst decision a business owner can make, is they get into it and they don't have the proper funding. And then you have bad times. And then you realize that, part of being a business owner is you pay everyone else before you pay yourself. And you have to really be willing to go through all of those, those trials and tribulations, the ones that you've been told about, the ones you haven't been told about, and just staying true to it, going negative sometimes, borrowing some money when you have no money. I was homeless when during my first years of opening up the school. I stayed in a homeless shelter because I was teaching inside of a rec center. And then when I finally saved up enough money, I was able to get my school. And then I was living in the back of my school. It was like it was bad, but it was, the dream was the most important thing. You treat like the business like an extra baby. You feed it before you feed yourself. Before you take a paycheck, you put it back into the business. And some of that stuff, it's really tough, 10 years of doing it, scraping, and then finally seeing, months and, then eventually years where you're like, I never thought I'd make this kind of money ever in my life. So it can be some pretty intense stuff, and you suffer spankings that, having a regular job, you never have to suffer, but your threshold for success is way higher as well.
Brother, salute. You didn't quit.
You can't.
And man, and tell how many people you have helped over the years with this, for real.
Yeah. Every blue moon you get somebody calls in, and it's a kid who's an adult now, and they're telling you about how much, you've had an impact and stuff like that. It kind of hits right here.
That's awesome. That leads to the next question. What has been your biggest challenge on your journey?
Biggest challenge. I don't support. I think when you're an entrepreneur, a lot of times you decided to do it by yourself. And you usually don't have a mentor or even anybody who you can respect their opinion enough to be able to bounce thoughts and stuff off of. Um, and so you constantly find yourself doing the Solomon's advice, where you have to be your own best wisdom. And when you want to turn to people, usually they don't fully understand where you are in the process, what you're trying to achieve, or why you're even still doing it sometimes. And that can be extremely discouraging. You want some feedback from somebody who's never run a business, never tried to do anything on their own. They've only worked 40 hours for a set wage. And you're trying to explain why, hey, I'm going to spend $1,000 on marketing this month. And they're like, that's rent money. You're crazy. Keep that money in your pocket. It'll never click for most people, but you need to hear feedback from somebody. I think that's usually the biggest challenge. And especially hearing it from people who you're extremely close with, who want the best for you, can like really put you in a rut. It can take the steam out your sails sometimes.
And I can relate to that because since I've been doing this, I would get them a question like, "You just doing that for free as a hobby?" Like, no, God told me to do it. He made everything, so he know I gotta make money at some point. So I just need to be consistent and obedient and keep doing it.
100%.
And I've noticed it's gotten to a point where people reach out like, "So you got a show today?"
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no interview today. Oh, you don't? And I hear in their voice like, "But I'm going." Oh, okay. Well, okay. So meant to know people are really. All right, you say Friday at 8 and Saturday at 7. Where that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to it. Like, oh. But for a while, I wouldn't do that. Just like, okay, guess can't make it. No problem. Keep moving. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, wait a minute. You still need to put a product on because people are looking like, hey, I ain't seen no flash on LinkedIn or whichever platform. Well, where the guest at? Oh, well, you got 200 some episodes, so you got something to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
Put it up there.
You start having people expect that they start having expectations. You start seeing the traction, and it's like it takes you so long to build that traction up. You can't really allow sometimes negative thoughts or contrary opinions to kind of get in the way, because all that work you put in to get traction, you can lose it very quickly, way faster than it took you to build it up.
Yeah.
But
some
those
people reach out to me
up.
now on LinkedIn, like, hey, I'd like to be a guest on your show. I've seen an episode, I like it. Like, And to myself, like, I never thought it'd be a day where people actually reach out to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, I'm up here talking to strangers. God got me on my element with this stranger danger. Hey, I'm doing this, trying to purpose. What are you talking about? You Moses for purpose? Like, I guess here's my show. Check it out. They like, oh wow, I love your show. I want to do it. Like, oh, you do? Okay. To where now, like, that's how I do the show. Like, we give a call, I give you a sample of the question. Like, that's how you do. Like, yeah, you ain't trying to do no gotcha moment. Like, I don't care what strip club you was at 3 o'clock in the morning. That ain't my business. Oh, like, yeah, this ain't that. I'm talking about what you got on LinkedIn or your website, and that's it. What advice you got? Oh, that's pretty easy. Like, yeah, it's real chill. All about you.
I feel it 100%.
No, that your off time is your off time. I don't need none of that. I advise you to keep in mind whatever your brand is that good for your brand? If it come
Yeah. You know, everybody got skeletons in their closet. You just gotta make sure you keep the closet closed.
And everybody reported because every phone got a camera. Like,
mm-hmm.
That look like Willie coming out of that spot with that ain't his wife. Well, let me
Yeah.
picture that.
Yeah,
man, guess what I ran across? They put that up like, what? Why did you even put that on social media? Because they trying to go viral.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. All press ain't good press.
Nope. Don't be TMZ. They professionals.
100%.
In your opinion, what has been your impact in the community?
I don't really have an opinion on it, unfortunately, because I haven't been able to survey every single person. But I can go based off of what some people have told me, and what I know for a fact. I've taught a couple thousand kids for sure.
Wow.
That's 10 years. I teach everywhere from rec centers to we have our school in Oak Park. I have partnerships with other elementary schools, such as like Lessinger Elementary School, Stevenson, and Southfield. We're teaching kids every week, and I know for a firm fact that I don't have kids that come into martial arts and don't like martial arts. They love it. Kids don't quit, parents quit. If I get a kid who quits, it's usually because mom had to buy something for Christmas and they had to reprioritize their budget. And then they're coming right back around in February once she gets it figured out because, little Tommy wanted to come in and, he didn't want to miss too much time in class.
Mm-hmm.
So I know for a firm fact kids love it. I do have long-term students who've been my students since they were 5 years old who are like, like one kid specifically, his name is Tai. He's been with me since he was 5. He's going on 15. He's in high school now. He doesn't want to do anything but become a martial arts instructor. He works for me. He gets paid. I've had several students who started off as kids who worked for me making $15 an hour, as a kid, before that was ever like a normal.
Man, you was the man. You was working at a nice McDonald's square in the suburbs at $9 in the 90s. 15?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
shoot.
$5.75. What you
Hey, I remember them prices too, bro. When I got out of high school.
$5.75, no joke. I remember when they went up to $7.40, and I thought I was doing something at $7.40.
Was at the racetrack where middle belt 96, all of the stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
That was the racetrack when I was in high school. 585 as dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
When I started working at Riverside Ford, downtown Detroit, that was $650.
Mm-hmm.
No, my bad. I took a pay cut. I was making $550.
Oh man.
Pete Conyers, he was the coolest Conyers. He gave me $1 raise over time, so I was at $650.
Okay.
Then my brother at Wayne State custodial, and he like, "You gonna quit this job, Jeff? Like, I don't know, man. It seems scary. I don't know about that water."
Mm-hmm.
That cat showed me his custodial technician check at $8, classroom attendant at $9, and custodian at 10 something. Every check was more what I was making. I'm like, I'll be damned. I know math, and this math is better than what my math is because I'm drinking Pepsi and Parmesan every Friday, hating my job.
I understand.
And they pay for college. I'm out. I gotta go.
I understand. That's how I got into the dealership.
And I went to Wayne.
And that's exactly how I got into the dealership, bumping into a family friend like that, you know.
I do appreciate my first car that I bought was a '87 Mustang, my baby luxury. I used to wax that baby. I waxed that car so much when the '99 F-150s came out. My brother had one. He would come to Miles Kill like, "Hey man, can I get next?" And the Buffett shine like,
Oh my goodness.
"Yo, it's brand new." Oh, you see how luxury gleaming, baby. I understand. I understand. You want to get some of this action? I got
Just they need some of that treatment.
you. I understand. That was my baby. They like, well, we want to look out for you because you going to school. Like, okay. When I was going to Pell Grant, I'm like, I need more than just Pell Grant. And it came with those options. And I was at Wayne from August '98 till September 21. I went to where I'm at now, as custodial supervisor. I was scared of them, like, they ain't let you move up, man. You gotta get out of here. You got your management degree. That's management. That's what you need to be doing, bro. Let's go.
I feel 100%.
Let's go.
Sometimes you just gotta, jump out on faith too. You know
Mhm.
you got something good going on where you are, and when you're not getting your full value. And a lot of times, sometimes that's that trigger for most people being an entrepreneur is when you haven't been getting the full value, for your skill set, your time, what the service that you can deliver to people, and you kind of get fed up with it. And you're like, well, let me pave my own path since they don't want to help me get there myself. So if anybody's out there who's looking to be an entrepreneur and you feel like you're in that position, sometimes God might have a calling for you.
Yeah. 'Cause I know my same brother who had the F-150. When I had a moments like, man, you ain't getting no money for this. You are consistent because when you start, you're gonna finish it. You can do a step better with your time. And
Mhm.
he hit me up like, what up, man? How the show coming? Like, it's all right, but his energy level, like, man, you doing that thing. You a journalist, you doing radio and broadcasting. You got people watch you doing. I'm like, just do energy. Did you go to the future and see what it looked like?
Mhm.
What's the number?
And he's hyped up
So
for
the
it.
energy you got, you like, man, just stay the course, dude. I'm telling you what you doing is, man, you don't even realize what you're doing. I'm like, this dude, energy kind of make me honk up like Popeye. Like, oh, you crafty. Okay.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
never think about stop doing this. Okay, I got you.
Yes, sir.
He will send the one re-energize you, like, stay the course. And I start to see after time that, dang, you think about doing broadcast and radio stuff? Like, I never in my life heard you mention none of this stuff.
Mhm.
Wow, but you doing it.
Yes, sir.
So people watching, bro. They watching. And it's I mean, I'm humbled to hear all these amazing stories. For
I
real.
think that's a really awesome perspective to have too, to be able to interview tons of people who've done many different things and be able to hear all the different perspectives. That's got to be, a very, interesting perch to kind of sit on.
Yeah, I find myself with some people like, oh man, the titles that people have, like, no, the goal I was tasked with from your thought conception all the way to profitability. You're a
Mm.
guest. Because there's so many people with that thought. You should open a bookstore. Nah, man, they gonna laugh at me. They gonna. What made you have your thought that you said I'm gonna do it? Because you might help the ones it's stuck right here. Like, you're supposed to be doing this and this and this. Nah, I ain't gonna say it out loud. I ain't gonna write it down. I ain't gonna tell nobody. But you actually said it. Maybe told a person and start working it.
Mhm.
What was your secret? Because it's so many people. Like, man, like I remember my brother told me once. So I put out a few books. You know how many people might dream of writing a book but are hesitant to do it. Like, to my little mind, man, it's easy. Just write, put out yourself, or get a publisher. What you talking about? It's so hard. But like, I know that's how you think. But there's some people that's like their dream, but they're afraid
Right.
of the dream. Like, oh, I ain't look at it like that. Oh, I see that perspective now. So all the people that I've interviewed so far are like superheroes because, as Pac always said, at least you tried for it.
Yes, sir.
There's people that won't.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, you should do that. Yeah, you right. I ain't gonna do it. Nah, bum what you saying. I'm still gonna try. I'm
Mhm.
see what happens. You was one of them, and that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
I need that Yoda game from you. I had to give it a cool name at the end because that's the whole purpose. To flame me on, to make you comfortable. Be about a tagline where we treat you like family. So I need you to be comfortable giving that Yoda game. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
I would say it depends on if they're trying to find their purpose as far as work or their purpose as far as life. Um, Sometimes when you're talking about life, I think that starts with, you know, you need to get as spiritual as you can be in whatever direction you feel like you need to do it. If you're a Christian person, get right with God. You know, if you do anything different, you know, find your lane as far as spirituality, because that's going to keep you rooted. And then when you kind of can get rooted in your spirituality, find where your moral line is, you can figure out what you don't want to do first, and you can start drawing lines, because what it is it's really just targeting. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
imagine we're doing advertising. Do we want to advertise to all of the United States of America? No. We want to figure out where we're at. Then we start to draw a little avatar on who we kind of want to service. Then you can kind of figure out how you kind of want to say. But the more you want to say is you kind of want to, in order to make a decision on what you want to do as far as a purpose, decisions really just means that you're cutting out things. You know, you're just telling yourself what you don't want to do. And the best thing I heard was that um, the difference between poor people and rich people is what they'll say no to. You know, rich people know exactly what they aren't willing to do. And the quicker we can kind of narrow down on what you don't want to do, you kind of figure out the one, two, or three things you actually do want to do. Now, whether or not that's good for work or not and making money, that's an entirely different thing. I think that you kind of need to start looking at what you're good at. Sometimes God gives us gifts and it has nothing to do with what you want to do. It just has everything to do with what God's gift was for you. And you kind of need to lean into that, you know, with passion, with a vengeance. You know, it's the parable of the talents. You know, God gives them to you. He don't want you to come back with the same talents in hand. He don't want you to hide them in the dirt and then come back later like I still got them intact. He wants you to multiply on the things that he gives you, whether you want to or not. So, that's the only thing I can say is, if he's giving you a talent, double down on the talent. And if you want to figure out how you want to maybe express that talent, figure out what you don't want to do first, and start cutting those things out who you don't want to serve, and then focus on those things that are left over and how you can give that gift to that remaining group of people or that demographic that you really want to give it to.
Man, it's the day my dad died 33 years ago, 91. You preach like you was a preacher, brother. That's some good stuff.
I can't preach, I feel like some people got a way better gift of doing it than I do.
Nah, you did just fine right there, brother, for real. That was real talk. That there people who, man, 31 countries listening, a lot of demographics. Your journey definitely help people start finding what they should be doing. If they already know, to actually put some action behind it, because that's real.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you, brother. I mean, I know Bruce Leroy, real life. Talking about, I'm cool in these streets now. I know that. Come on, you better back up.
Yeah, all you gotta do is make a call.
And I gotta get a class in. I want to know a little something. I ain't out here trying to be no problem. But I want to be like, I know just a little something.
I feel it. I feel like everybody should do it at least once. Take it for a couple months. It opens your eyes to a ton.
Oh yeah, the discipline, all that. I need that in my life, definitely.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate you for being with me, being a little late with it.
Mm.
And sure we gave you the consistency of it, the time you needed. I had to sit there like, okay, you look quiet. Wake him up a little bit.
I felt, yeah, you got to get perked up. I had a full work.
Yeah, I know when you're a martial artist, it's just a lot of games. You want to get out of there. Come on.
Yes, sir.
You got it there. I hope I live by my tagline where we treat you like family. You felt comfortable to do it.
Of course. I'm here. If you ever need me for anything, all you gotta do is just give me a call. I'm, like I said, one phone call away.
This is your first interview?
I had another interview. It was a little different because it was like an in person with a group of people. But
Okay.
this is my first one that I've ever done. Where I'm
All
actually
about you.
live on anything. So that
Okay.
this is very.
Awesome. You're wonderful at it. I mean, more people need to ask. Like, yeah, he's in Oak Park. Real life Bruce Leroy got his own spot. Go check him out
Yes, sir.
for real. Now he nice right now, but as a sensei, he gonna come at you different if you coach it. You know, like, well, he seems so nice on your show, yeah, but he got to coach you up. So you
You
go to
know,
the military, they're gonna be a drill sergeant. No, same process.
you
I
know
need
it.
you to focus on the task what I want because I want you right out here. You know.
Yeah, you
So,
know it. Anybody's looking for business, if you want to talk business, come talk to me too. I know it's a lot of people out there who kind of go through that rut where they're trying to get started, and they just have no clue which way to go. They're looking to get funding. They're looking to figure out how to advertise, how to market. They're looking to figure out how to do a lease, things like that. Things that, most people just bump their head on. You want to come in and chop it up, all you got to do is let me know.
oh yeah, we definitely gonna have a conversation about your approach to marketing. Definitely do that.
Absolutely.
But I want to humbly thank Ultimate Martial Arts Academy in Oak Park owner Thomas Hamm for his time and his knowledge. If someone's looking at whichever aspect of martial arts out there, you might want to do what he's doing. Hey, he got out the mud. You can get it too, but you got to start. It can't be a concept. You got to put some work to it, and maybe get a mentor, or just learn as you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If anybody has any questions for me personally, you guys can always reach out to me. I have a direct line. It is 248-494-8411. If you're in the Metro Detroit area, you're trying to get started with your business. I've got a couple of other entrepreneurial friends who might be able to give you other perspectives on different types of businesses that they run as well. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. I really appreciate you for taking the time out to have me on your show. This is big for me. This is a personal step for me. So, before you can reach out to me, make sure that you send this man his flowers because, without him, a whole lot of us wouldn't have the voice to be able to reach out to anybody.
Hey man, I appreciate you looking on my car situation.
I had to take care of you. I had to
Check that
take
man
care.
out of Sierra Chevrolet, man. It's out there, like, and we just like cool dude. Like, and you said, yeah, I got my martial arts sport.
Yeah. If you
Oh,
guys
I
show up
need you on the show, man. Bump, I got questions.
if you show up, make sure you say Jeff sent you. I'll make sure I take very good care of you guys. I show love both ways around. So, I make sure I take care of him. If you pull up, just say Jeff sent me. And I'll make sure I show everybody some love. I'll get you in the best thing possible.
Yeah, they'll go check this man out. He's a good dude on both fronts. He can teach you how he can help you get your vehicle, and he help you how if you need to choke somebody up. Respect.
You know it. You know it.
The one thing I learned about the defense stuff, you're never trying to fight. But if you do have to fight, you should take him out at one time.
Yep.
You shouldn't be working. You shouldn't be sweating because you know too many skill set to. All right, leave me alone.
No prisoners. No prisoners.
And on that, brother, hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I got another one coming at 8:30. Check it out, man.
All right. Same to you, man. Take care. Enjoy yourself. Talk to you soon.
All right. Till next time.
3, 1,